This is Hino's Sport bringing you that heat and that fire. Nah, Buster. Nah, sucker. We keeping the foot on the what? On the necks. We keeping the foot on the what? On the necks. And like the Tibetan mastiff that I am, I'm applying what? Unlimited pressure. Because pressure does what? It bursts pipes. Listen, Tevin Farmer. Don't try that. Rudy Poo and Plum Plum Brain. Classic Doden troglodytisms. Don't try that ultra fanboy with the ultra fanboy Greta isms today. We ain't having that. You gonna make that excuse that you lost the fight because you injured your hand against JoJo Diaz? You got exposed. This is what I was trying to tell people. JoJo Diaz, who's nowhere near the level of Gervonta Tank Davis, y'all gotta start putting respect on Tank Davis's name. Lest y'all forget, lest I have to remind y'all asses. Let me say it again. Lest you forget, let me remind your asses. Listen, hear me and hear me well. Gervonta Tank Davis exposed Yukuri's Gamboa. He was never in trouble in that fight. Let me jog y'all memories for a second. He knocked down Gamboa 3 times in the fight. The 3rd time ended the damn fight. TKO stoppage. The first time with brute, blunt force and trauma. Let me say it again. Brute and blunt force of trauma. He hit Gamboa so hard, he screwed up his Achilles. This should tell you everything you need to know about Tank. Plus, he showed you 2 other new wrinkles. He showed you poise and patience, and he showed you that his power can translate for 12 rounds. This is what Calvin Smith, his trainer, said. This is how he agreed, a la what he knows the sport. Bringing you that what? That heat and that fire. And keeping the foot on the what? On the necks. And keeping the foot on the what? On the necks. Calvin Smith was in line with He Knows the Sport. This shows you that He Knows the Sport has his thumb and needle on the damn situation. Y'all need to start giving Tank his respect, man. Tank is something special. I told you guys, he's a Mighty Mouse package of Roy Jones Jr. meets Mike Tyson. Because he has the Roy Jones Jr. athleticism and he has the Mike Tyson power as a small guy. When this guy hits you, no matter the level of velocity and the level of type of hit, he hurts you. What he showed in the Gamboa fight is there's a different acceleration on the punches that he could put on you, and his level of hurting you changes. He can go and TKO you off rip like he's done in all of these other fights. Or he can straight punish you, man. This is what fight fans said they wanted. They wanted fighters. They complained for years. They said, man, black fighters, man, they're not entertaining, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they give you the art of boxing. See? Rudy Poo and Plum Plum Brains. Ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric. Classic dose and troglodytes. I thought boxing means hit and don't be hit. They don't like that. Because to them, they don't like the true art of boxing. They just want to see people take punishment. They want to see them be human punching bags. They want to see them be human piñatas, a la Mikey Garcia, a Jaime Munguia, or Leo Santa Cruz. This is what they like. This is what a lot of these fight fans tell you they like when it comes to boxing. They want that come forward bullshit. But when you actually have 2 fighters in a Gervonta Tank Davis and an Earl the Drew Spence, that gives you a fight fan position and favoritism of what fight fans want to see. Oh no, look, man, he don't got no back foot game. Which one is it? This is the stuff that I'm talking about with pandering narratives. They want their cake and they want to eat it too. I told you guys about pandering narratives. It has a ceiling cap. Once it goes up, it must come tumbling down. Let me say it again. Once it goes up, it must come tumbling down. And it came tumbling down. Because fight fans said, oh no, if Gervonta Tank Davis fights Tevin Farmer, he will be exposed. So we're going to sit here and tell ourselves that JoJo Diaz is on the level of a Tank Davis? Come on, man. You heard Tank Davis. JoJo Diaz is easy work. Let me say it again. JoJo Diaz is easy work. Put Tank Davis in the ring with JoJo Diaz. What you think the outcome is going to be? Come on now. Be real with yourselves. Use what we call the true boxing eye test. Because if you use that, you will see what I'm talking about. Stop being classic dolts and troglodytes. Stop being Rudy Poo and Plum Plum Brains. Stop being ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric. Stop listening to that nonsense. Because it's only going to make you more of a brain full of mush and a brainwashed dodo head. It's only going to make you lose brain cells. Because when it's all said and done, y'all gotta start putting respect on Tank's name. Because you know what's happening? The truth will always have its day. I tell people, greatness personified can only be halted. It can't be stopped. Let me say it again. Greatness personified can only be halted. It can't be stopped. And what you guys are seeing is there's levels to this shit. Shout outs to my boy Meek Mills. There's gears. And what you're seeing is Gervonta Tank Davis. There's a reason why Lomachenko said, when I fight Gervonta Tank Davis, it will be for all the belts. That was Loma's way of telling your dumbass it's a super fight. Let me say it again. That was Loma's way of telling your brain full of mush and brainwashed dodo head self, it's a super fight. Meaning he respects Tank on that level because he understands the anomaly, the enigma that is Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, fight fans want to see Tank Davis step in there with quality competition. Here's the problem. Abner Maris didn't know if he had a retina, didn't know if he had an elbow. So we're not going to go back to that. Tevin Farmer didn't want to fight on a revenue share that is known to be uniformly and universally better than this DAZN flat rate nonsense, which is pay-per-view. That didn't happen. Now, Leo Santa Cruz sounds like he wants to step up and show out. We may potentially get that fight. And when we do, Gervonta Tank Davis will properly, truthfully retire him. That's the truth of the fact of the matter. But Loma was supposed to go down to 130 after the Luke Campbell fight. What happened to that? It's because he got exposed, and he knows if you take Luke Campbell out of the equation and you put Gervonta Tank Davis into that equation, we're talking a completely different fight. Because if it's Tank punches that's landing on Loma as opposed to Luke Campbell, Loma's going down. This is the law of attrition. This is the law of physics. This is science. What you see is what you get. And he knows the sport has to state the most common sense and state the most obvious. Put respect on Tank's name, because as you guys are seeing, when these fighters are fighting somewhat of step-up competition, somewhat of competition that's of parity to them, they're getting exposed. This is not happening to Gervonta Tank Davis. Because Gervonta Tank Davis is doing one or two things. He's either knocking you out or he's TKO stoppaging you. Let me say it again. He's knocking you out or he's TKO stoppaging you. So put respect on Tank's name. This is a man with confidence, purpose, and an abundance mindset. And when he does fight these elite guys at 135, you guys will see the separation in skill set, and you will see the separation in power, and what you will see is the separation of embarrassment. So Ryan Garcia, you want to step into the ring with Gervonta Tank Davis? This man is going to single-handedly ruin your boxing career. You call yourself Super Rod, right? You call yourself Super Rod a la motivation and inspiration from Superman? Well, guess what? Gervonta Tank Davis is that kryptonite. And he got the kryptonite in the form of two fists. And when they land, your ass is going down. Put respect on Tank's name. This is He Knows the Sport. Checking out.